Learning Islam from Scratch, Episode 22. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is Haira and this is my journey learning Islam from scratch. Bapa, I was looking at your bookshelf today. There are so many books history, science, literature, and it made me think about our faith. We always talk about the Qur'an, and of course, it's our heart. But I've heard names like the Torah or the Gospel. Sometimes I feel like we only focus on the last chapter of a very long story. If Islam is the truth for all time, didn't Allah speak to the people before us? Or was the world just silent for thousands of years?
Walaikum salam, Haira. That's a beautiful observation. You are right. It's a very long story, and the world was never silent. Imagine a long, dark hallway, and every few meters, someone lights a lamp. Each lamp helps the people of that time find their way. In Islam, we believe that Allah sent lamps of guidance, books, to every nation that ever lived. We aren't just the people of the Quran, we are the heirs to a massive library of a divine wisdom.
So it wasn't just the four books we usually hear about?
Not at all. Many people think there are only four, but Quran tells us that every community received guidance in their own language. And Allah says in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 213, Kanan nasu ummatan wahidatan waba'asallahun nabiyina musabbi mubassirina wa mundirina wa anzala ma'ahumul kitaba bil haq. Mankind was once a one community. Then Allah sent the prophets as bringers of good tidings and warners, and sent down with them the scriptures in truth.
That makes the world feel so much more connected. So, besides the Quran, which ones do we know by name?
We know the Torah given to Musa alayhi salam, the Zabur given to Dawud alayhi salam, and the Injil given to Isa alayhi salam. But Allah also mentions in Suhuf the scrolls of Ibrahim and Musa. It's all part of the same light. In fact, Allah says in Surah Al A'la, chapter number 87, verse number 18 and 19, as below. Inna hada lafis suhufil ula, suhuf Ibrahim wa Musa. Indeed, this is the former scriptures, the scriptures of the Abraham and Moses.
It's amazing to think that a person living thousands of years ago in a different desert was reading the same core message I'm reading today. But Baba, if those books were from Allah, why don't we use them now? Why do we only follow the Quran?
That's where the human element comes in, Haira. Those books were like a specific prescriptions of a specific time and people. But over the centuries, people changed them. Some words were lost, some were hidden, and some were traded for a worldly gain. Allah mentions this sadness in Quran. How people would write the book with their own hands and then they say this is from Allah just to get the small price for it. Because they weren't preserved by Allah's promise like the Quran is, the original pure words of Torah or Injil aren't with us in their revealed form anymore.
That feels heavy, like a treasure that was lost.
It is heavy. But that is why the Quran is called Al Muhaimin. It means the watcher, are the criterion. It come to confirm that was true in those old books and to correct what had been changed. When you hold the Quran, you aren't just holding a book from 1400 years ago. You are holding the final edition that contains the essence of everything Ibrahim, Musa, and Isa ever thought.
It makes me feel a huge sense of gratitude, like we were given the one book that can't be lost. But I also feel a new respect for people of other faiths who follow those books. They are holding on to the echoes of the same lamps, aren't they?
Exactly. And that's why Islam teaches us never to mock or disrespect those scriptures, even if we believe they have been altered. They have a divine origin. Understanding the kitabs makes you realize that Allah has been reaching out to us since the first day. He never left us wandering in the dark. He kept sending letters of love and law until the very last one reached us.
I used to think of the Quran as our book and the others as their books. But now I see it as Allah's conversation with all of us through all time.
That realization is a milestone in Iman Haira. It takes you from narrow view to a universal one. You realize that your faith is as old as time itself.
I'm going to look at my Quran tonight and remember the scrolls of Ibrahim and the Zabur of Dawood. It's like the whole history of the world is inside these pages.
It truly is. And next, we will talk about why this book, the Quran, is so different in how it is reached us and how it stays with us.
This is Haira and this is my journey learning Islam from scratch. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.